Hello friends, it's Astro here and welcome back to RimWorld, where I'm feeling good. I'm feeling pretty, well, actually I'm not, because everyone's got food poisoning, people are knocked out, we're not cooking anything, the dogs are all injured. Wait, dogs? The dog, the only dog that we have left, is injured. We're not cooking things, and what the heck is this? What have I done here? Okay, look, here's what we're going to do. Let's get some work going on here. Cancel that. Deconstruct that. We've got power. Let's go ahead and use it. I think that's a fairly good thing to do. Actually, before we do that, all of these skills, these jobs, they're all over the place, and we've got priorities shifted. So what I'm going to do is just go back to regular things for the time being. I'm going to leave everything fairly standard for now. I mean, magic is not something that we really need to worry about at this particular point in time. We've got one warden, which we don't need to worry about. We've got one handle and train person, which is Archer. We've got two cooks, one of which is able to brew, and now Skady is doing some brewing, some butchering. Skady is doing some butchering as well. Sneaky, as we know, is an animal person and therefore does not wish to do those things. And that's cool. That's cool. Hunting. Sneaky, I think we'll take Sneaky off hunting so that Sneaky can do other things like repairing and constructing. Maybe we can put Jeff on. No. Maybe Zitwig wants. No, Zitwig's melee, so let's not worry about that. Let's go with repair, deconstruct. So let's tick that one back on. Harvest and grow, mining and drilling, plant cut. Drugs, we don't really need to worry about at the moment. Archer has been successfully calmed down by Zitwig, that's lovely. Machining, fabrication, smithing, tailoring. We probably need to get someone onto this because that was Vilda's job and sadly she has departed. Art, let's leave that in Skady's hands, which then leaves stone cutting just in her hands as well. And then working further down, we've got all of the standard stuff down here, and that is fine. I think with things rearranged a little bit like this, and maybe actually we'll pull... no, we'll leave them on. And maybe we'll pull these guys off, let them do training and then basic things. There we go. I feel like that's better. I feel like that's better. Like we can spread some of this load out. Actually, Archer, do I want you to be plant cutting? No, I don't. So go ahead and do that, and let's actually turn off training for the time being. Let's just run with some basic skills for the time being, so that we can, there we go, get that research done, and hopefully get to our next level of research, which is air conditioning, and then let's do battery before solar panel, then some magic bits. And I think that after that, I like the suggestion that microelectronics is going to be a good idea, and then multi-analyzer. This is going to be a big push to get these two, like 10,500 research for those two pieces of tech. But if we do get them online, as Nono mentioned, this bad boy, the multi-analyzer, is going to... I mean, microelectronics is going to boost our research significantly by giving us the additional high-tech research bench, which is way better than this thing, which is essentially just a table. And then if we get the multi-analyzer as well, then we can turn this into a full-blown lab where we have two high-tech research benches and a multi-analyzer to share between them, which will significantly boost the amount of research we can get done. Now, the other thing I'd like to do is let's lean into the electricity that we've got here, and we're going to go ahead with some wall lights, which I installed, so that we can have some more efficient lighting. I'm going to put a light above everyone's bed, just like so. One here and one here. We're going to have one in the kitchen. We're going to have probably two in here, one here, and one there. Yes, that should work out nicely. One in the hospital as well, and the rest of it should be fine. So all we need now is some electricity cables to connect all this stuff up. Oh, we need one in the other research bay as well. And then let's do one that goes up like this, and that should connect to there. One in here, I think, is probably a good idea. So let's do a little something like this, and let's grab one more wall light that can go here. Good. Now, we've got all of our tilled soil going ahead. It's been suggested, and it's fair enough, that strawberries not so great. What I'm going to do is change this out to rice, and that, these will form the bulk of the varied food that we require. That's not a good sign. Okay, we are starting to very much run low on food, but it's okay. There's no need to panic. We'll just tag up just a boar. Just one boar. Or should we grab a whole bunch of boars? That could be a way to go, but I'll just tag one. I mean, we could tame all of these, but I don't think we've got anything with which to tame them. So it's probably not a super huge, great idea to go ahead and do that. Hang on. Instead of hops, let's do hay grass. And I may even expand that at this, and I will definitely add some tilled soil, which will help the hay grass to grow. And if we stockpile a bunch of hay grass, then we can start thinking about getting ourselves some animals that, down here it's pretty poor terrain. It's not great. But we could stockpile some hay grass. In fact, I could even create a growing zone that spans this whole area and just straight up grow and store hay grass down there for our animals to eat. And we could then go and get like a bunch of ibex or, some caribou, bring those guys on board, and then, just breed them up, keep them over the winter, slaughter them as we need them. Maybe a good idea? I'm not sure. I mean, normally in this, I would aim to try and get my standard play with any playthrough like this is to get chickens, right? Because if you get chickens, and then what's that? Why is that in there? And okay, it's fine. Get chickens, and then that gives you a really nice sort of ongoing way to keep your food supplies up and running. Okay, so we've got the lights planned out. I also want to then deconstruct all of these fires and torch lamps, because at the moment they're a huge drain on the wood that we have in our base. We want to replace all of this with electricity-based heating and lighting. It is going to take a little while for us to get all of the things that we need. Is there a light source in here somewhere? There is. Don't really need that. Take that out. Get rid of that one. Get rid of this one. And this one and this one. Great. So no more things chewing up our wood. Oh, hey. All right. Let's see. I think these sandbags that are here, I hope I'm just deconstructing the sandbags and not the bridge underneath. It looks like that's the case. Okay, great. These sandbags here, and maybe a couple of these ones as well, I feel would be ideal to relocate so that they're like here. Right, so we have our firing line here, so that when people come around this corner and past the archery targets, they're going to then have to run at this point here, where we can have Archer doing the snips. We can have Zeetwig then either charging people or hooking them in, and check this out. Slate herringbone tiles, walk speed 100. Rough granite 87, soil 87, and lichen covered soil is 81%. Have we just lost all of our food? I think we're getting pretty close, huh? Let's tag up a couple more of these boars for Archer to go and hunt for us. And while Archer's doing that, I'm going to have a look at this little section here. I think that we should remove any of these tiles that are here. Right? Cancel that. That is actually a bridge, as is all of this. And I don't want my people walking through the water because it makes them upset, which is fine. It's fair. what I think we should do, I mean, there's some natural choke points here. I could pop in a trap, but it is possible for our people to then walk into the trap. So that's definitely something I don't want. What we might do is let's reinstall these guys, like here and here. And then the martial arts target, we can reinstall, kind of like just here is fine. That's a nice place for it. And then here's what I'm thinking. We'll remove those tiles because this tilled soil, walk speed 72%. All of the other floors that we have, like all these tiles and wood and stuff, I mean, straw matting might be better, but at the moment, if I go ahead and if I do a little something like this, yeah, and then this section here as well, right? And maybe we'll spread it out so that there's no way to sort of hide. So if they come around this corner, they'll run across this little bridge. Sneaky is going to go and insult Skatey for a bit. That's not very nice, dude. Come on. So they'll run around this corner, and then they'll hit this, like, rough tilled soil that'll slow them down. They're going to have to, like, work pretty hard to get all the way from there to my peeps. Now, what that does break a little bit is... Oh, hang on. What about instead of this? Do I have... No. Okay. Never mind. I was thinking maybe I had like embrasures or half walls, but those are mods, so we'd need to look into those. There's a mana surge. The planet's celestial alignment has shifted, causing a surge in mana. All creatures attuned with magical powers will gain mana at an increased rate. Very nice. Doesn't help us very much, but thank you all the same. So, I think this is probably a nice way to just add a little extra challenge. My people will go a little slower through that on their way to places. I could put a door in, a steel door. Is that a steel door? Yes. Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe not. Let's find out. So logically, if it's faster to path this way with the door, they'll go that way. But even so, if my people have to go out here and across a little bit of slowdown juice, then that's not terrible. I don't think that's going to be, that's not going to make us horribly scared, etc. It'll just be a thing that's a little irritating for a little while. Hey, Jeff, can you chop trees? Could you please prioritize this? Instead of, he's deconstructing everything in the base at the moment, which is fine. We did tell him to do that. And the base is still of reasonable temperature. These are now actually refrigerated, which is cool. And Devers is back up and running. That's a chair. Devers is back. It's like Rithian. Devers is back up and running and doing some work, but again, basically pointless, no matter which way you slice it. Ooh, that other fueled stove has disappeared. Now, here's what I want to do in here is we want to get an electric stove. Yes. And once that's built, we'll copy the builds from here to here. We'll have one fueled stove and one electric stove. These three tiles are going to go, and then we can just quickly bonk over the top of that with some tilled soil. I think this is good. I'd love to be able to pull up this rough granite, but it doesn't seem to be a thing that I can do. And Jeff is now... Let's speed him up and go through the night as he prepares the rest of this tilled soil. Sneaky is just standing over the top of him whilst he's working and telling him all sorts of horrible things, but mate, I don't care. Look at how amazing Jeff's work ethic is. Through the night, just absolutely GSD, getting shit done. All of these power conduits are going in. Someone's got food poisoning from a dirty cooking area, so Devers, if you wouldn't mind, please clean the vomit up off the floor here before you cook anything else. The meals that we currently have, of which there are now none, which is not good, well, I was going to say the meals that we currently have are probably already tainted, but considering we have no meals, it's kind of moot at this point. Mad Hatter, relaxing socially, enjoying some things. I can hear someone doing some pew-pews out here somewhere. It is Skatey, who is shooting a pig with a pistol, and is not doing a great job, but you know what? It's boosting her shooting skill. She's got double passion. She's doing well. I feel like the next time we get raided by people with guns, I think that she should have a rifle. Because this is kind of embarrassing. I mean, it's not embarrassing. It's just like, you know, you're not doing well. What's the list then? Says that his friend has been wounded while traveling. The victim is Hayden, a 17-year-old sickly child. If you can make it to Hayden's position and rescue her, she will join you. Cervexa says that there may be an unknown threat. And the unknown threat is all the way the frack up there on an ice sheet. That's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. But it does bring me to the other thing that I wanted to look into. So far as research goes, yes, microelectronics is definitely something that we want to look into. For sure. Definitely. Because it'll make shit really, really quick compared to how fast things are going at the moment. But this is the other thing that I want. Nutrient paste is gross and they won't like it. But it's handy as an emergency meal source where you can just shove a bunch of rice into it and it'll just be fine. Packaged survival meal, on the other hand, well, that's definitely something that we want as basically as a way that we can have a meal source for when we go raiding, which we're going to need to start thinking about doing in the not too distant future. And the final thing that we really need to think about is, one, I want that steel. I want that in my stockpile. And two, I want to board up anything that has an overhead mountain. So all of this, and these tiles here. These ones here, I will start off, but I'll leave a gap so that we can get through and get in and get that steel, and then we'll wall all of this back up, and away we go. Because, yeah, you're right, no. I think a bug raid in this colony would be fairly disastrous for us, and I would prefer to avoid that if at all possible. So let's see. Archer? Hunting? Yes. Are you hunting? No, you are coming back to research. Sneaky is deconstructing a wooden wall and is currently enjoying a lovely amount of catharsis. Executing that prisoner, potentially not the best idea. This isn't helping at all. That's pretty bad. Tired is... I mean, could I force you to rest? Is that a possibility, Sneaky? No. You'll do it when you're ready. But the smoke leaf withdrawal is definitely a problem. I could buy some from someone, but I kind of want to wean him off. I mean, the only other person that we've still got that has smoke leaf dependence is Devers, who's currently sitting at 100% and is basically almost good to go. Everyone else, well, Mad Hatter is actually in a really good mood considering she's completely missing her tongue. And we murdered someone, and she slept in the cold, and disturbed sleep. Yeah. How are we doing? 15 degrees. Okay, so this isn't keeping up. So the next thing we can consider doing is popping in some heating. So we've got the ability, dirty cooking area. Okay, no worries. Every second room, let's have a heater, and we'll rock it the other way for here. And that, flowing out into the main area and back in again, should help to keep these bedrooms nice and toasty. Should, maybe, perhaps. We don't know. I'm just going to hope and pray. Skatey, could you do me a favor and clean the main area and then this room? Oh, okay, she is cleaning, but she's cleaning the mining site first because it's considered to be the same room, but that's okay. All right. So this sucker is in, and planting has begun, but not super quickly. More food poisoning is occurring, which is really not great. Potatoes, corn. There's a little bit of rice coming in here. Let's get these chunks hauled away as with these. Nope. These, nope. Nope. Okay, let's do that and then select similar and just those two. Okay, great. And let's do this, select similar and just those ones. And then this steel chunk, let's get those hauled done. Thank you. Okay, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about this. Let's speed things up. We've got some exhaustion, which was probably Devers, who's now gone to sleep, and that's good. Or it might have been Hum Sneaky, actually. Yeah. But that's ticking back up again. This is still a huge problem that we really can't do very much about. So I'm just going to ignore it for the time being. The final Ibex meat has rotted away in storage. Not good. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves 2 more wild boars that are out there tomorrow morning. We do have 4 meals standing by, which is unfortunately, you know what? Let's refuel that while we're here. So, not many meals left. A flash storm has started. People are still getting friggin' food poisoning. But I'm guessing that's probably meals that people had in their inventory that are, you know, causing the upset and not anything else. So, good. Now we've got some bills on the electric cooking table here, and we've also got the fueled cooking table still in situ, so that any wood that we have, we can refuel that. I don't think we actually even have any wood right now, but, you know, should be right, mate. Yeah, we straight up have no wood at all. But that's okay. What I'm going to do is, we're at... It's okay. It's okay. This is the joys of a thunderstorm. I had a great one on stream the other day where I walked away, forgot to pause the game. Like, I went for a break and forgot to pause the game, and there was a lightning strike, and then the entire friggin' base burned down. Meanwhile, as the base and the room was burning around my colonist, they were sat playing chess, because in their, like, they had a set period where there, you know, it was like a restriction that they had to, hey, Zitwig, are you okay? What's up, bro? Food poisoning. Yeah. Okay, well, that's going to happen. That's going to happen. Jeff, what are you up to? Repairing a wooden wall. You've got food poisoning too. Okay, look. We're just going to have to ride this out. I'm going to, let's see. Let's get Jeff to rescue Zitwig, which will bring Jeff back into the base. Because that's not something that's really critical right now. With Jeff back in the base, Jeff can then do the rescue while still feeling very queasy themselves. And, oh, Zitwig's gone? Okay, so Jeff, you going to bed? Good. Good. Good stuff. Okay. Friggin' food poisoning. What's this? Is that just straight up grass? Oh, okay. That's cool. That's totally cool. Okay, so more trees are being harvested. More fuel is being put into our funeral pyre and all of the other goodies that we need it to be put into. It is still pretty cool in the base, which is not going to be making people happy, but that's okay. We will get... Who are we going to get to build us some heaty things? Hum Sneaky. What you doing, my friend? You are repairing that wooden wall. That's okay. Okay, that's fine. You go ahead and do that. Consuming a simple meal. That's also fine. And Devers is bringing in some more of the meat that was just butchered up here. I feel like things are flowing well. I would like to see all of this stuff get done. Serious pain. Okay. Okay. Well, not much we can do about that, my friend. If we had some paracetamol, I would give you some, but at the moment, you're just going to have to, like, do your thing. Jeff's going to hopefully wake up in a moment. He's feeling depressed, but don't worry. There is a meal there, and it is a clean workspace at the moment, so hopefully this will not give Jeff a food poisoning. Well, Jeff already has food poisoning, but he's recovering, so that's okay. And he's still vomiting on the ground. Like, he just ate half of the food and then puked the rest of it on the ground. The problem with this, too, is that with food poisoning, it is making everyone slow and they're in pain, they're getting negative debuffs from being sick in the first place. But on top of that, it then means that they have a higher need for food, which doesn't help us. It doesn't help us. Okay. Jeff, how you doing, my friends? Getting some steel? No worries. Moving about, moving some steel? No worries. And would you like to deconstruct these? That'd be lovely. Actually, what we should do with these ones here, let's cancel that. And I'm going to have this front wall, because there's going to be a lot of incoming fire here, I'm going to have this front wall steel. That seems logical. We can also do a replacement around the outside, round the outside, round the outside, with steel walls everywhere, which will help us in the event of a fire, because I don't want my entire base to burn the heck down. Have we got 43 components is pretty goddamn respectable, I gotta say. I am pleasantly surprised that there is that amount there. And I'm here for it. I'm totally here for it. Okay, so we got some mining happening. Skady and Zeetwig doing the needful over here. Getting a good amount of steel out of that as well, I must say. And then out here, tilled soil still waiting, but that's because Jeff is currently having a simple meal. And is currently totally fine. We're looking good. We're still upset. Oh, dear. Well, that's not on me, mate. That's not on me. I told you, you know, I've got your schedule set so that you work during the nighttime. But, you know, fine. Be that way. Yell at me. See if I care. Okay, and then once this is all done, I think, let's see. What stones do we have marked to cut? I think we should just do like a little bit of that, a little bit of that. Because we've got plenty of granite too. Oh shit, yes. Okay. Alright, here we go. So here's how this is going to look. We're going to go with temperature, cooler, and we're going to have 2 coolers here. And then we'll remove this wall. And then in here, actually, I'll reinstall this like there. Yes, that seems logical. We will then have a little door that goes this way and one that goes this way. And once this is all completed, I mean, this door being exposed at the moment is not really helping us any, I have to say. I could flip the switch on this one, let this room get as cold as we need it to be. Just use the natural door opening and closing, and this would be cooler. 1 degree outside. So these should be refrigerated. Yes, they are. Very nice. It's not great, and we will need to do some more hunting of perhaps... oh, geez, there's not much on the map. If I press home, there's no dead animals out there for us to harvest up. We're in a bit of bother. Oh, boy. Oh, it's happening. Oh, it's happening. 68%. The corn and potato is going to take a while. I'd love to see this get planted out. We do have the cotton and heel root going on. They're not super necessary, but it'll be nice. It'll be nice. And then, in this section in here, I want these steel small plates through here as well, like this. And we may as well do all of this as well. So this will be our animal, and you know what, I might just tear these things down. We'll just have one big section for corpses and food of all varieties. I think that's fairly logical. So let's go ahead and do that. The door isn't helping us any at the moment, or more accurately, this is gonna, Hum Sneaky, do me a favor and get the, hello, Hum Sneaky? Thank you. Could you, hello? Why can't I right click on this wall? Okay. Alright, let's leave that for the time being, and we'll just hope and pray that he's going to do what I want him to do, as opposed to whatever the fact is that he's trying to do. We'll have 2 more tiles there. I'm feeling good. Could you... Okay, now Zeetwig's delivering stuff, so that's fine. Maybe it's going to be down to Jeff when he wakes up. Rest 94%. Great, low food starvation. We're okay. Hold the power slide, boys and girls. Hold the power supply. Power slide. And I think we probably need another one of these. I'm just putting it out there. Let's put one more in. Let's expand this here growing zone. Select plant to grow. Well, I did say heal root, but that's okay. You're a bit forgetful. Let's go ahead also and remove these tiles that are here. And let's... Oh, I see. We've wound up with 2, have we? Okay, let's try that again. Ah, I see. There we go. Expand, and then it's because I selected, like, I kind of accidentally double-clicked and selected this zone as well as this one. So hay grass, is it really that useful? Probably not. But you know what? It lasts for friggin' ever. And if we wind up with some animals at some point, it'll be very handy. Jeff, are you up? Removing floor. Could you please prioritize all of this shit for me? Because that's kind of more important right now. Because we've got a bunch of pork here that's going to spoil in 12 hours. I'd really love to get these online. So here's the second cooler. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is so good right now. So hot right now. Speaking of hot, why is it 26 degrees in the base? Why? Is it because we have a fire still running and I need to deconstruct it? Or is it because I've got this friggin' thing pumping heat into the base when it should be pumping heat out of the base? That's a fairly good question. Let's open a vent outside because we're getting up to 12 degrees and I think the heaters are doing a good enough job. It's just the additional heat that this puppy is putting out that is causing us some grief. Notice that I'm completely ignoring Hum Sneaky just being a jerk. We'll be fine. All right. So, look. Jeff, do the wall. Jeff, do the wall. Already construct. Yeah, and this one, and then this one, and then this one. And then that one. And then that one again. And thank you. I shouldn't have to micro you this hard, my dude. I shouldn't have to. But I am. I'm... How many freaking... We got 54 components in stock. Holy bejubers. Wow, are you still sick? Oh, geez, hang on. Wow, I thought... Did I miss another one? I guess I missed another one. That is really disappointing. Okay, let's set these puppies down to... -9? -5. -4. -5. Okay, that's in... This room is now not going to be refrigerated because I think we are not juiced enough to be able to run these two. And the next research is batteries, which I am supremely happy for because we really, really, really sorely need them. Let's get these butcher's tables reinstalled. Excuse me. Let's get these butcher's tables reinstalled down here. Oh, they can be boosted with a tool cabinet? Oh, wow, I'm really dumb to not know that. Okay, and let's have a tool cabinet for them. Do you guys benefit from a tool cabinet? No. Okay, that's totally fine. So we've got one more little notch of wall here, and then I don't believe that the roofing has actually been done here, and I'm not talking about the thing that my dog does. So if you could go and do this, and already building roof, but if we do building roof area plus... Right, so he's going to take a tantrum, and Hum Sneaky has now finished the tantrum, and Archer's going to have... It's just a never-ending struggle with these people, isn't it? Just a never-ending struggle. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. We will get them there. Sneaky, could you go ahead and butcher table has been reserved by Archer? Who? What? Who's doing what? And Hum Sneaky, you're cooking some... Oh, look at this. A lovely bowl of rice. Just what you are fucking kidding me. Just as we start bringing in some food and we start looking okay. Nah, mate. No, you can't have that. Here's some pikemen and a friggin' lancer who's just going to one-shot someone in the head, and then this friggin' thing, which is going to slowly expand and destroy all of the plants on the map, including the ones that I'm growing, and it's only there. Thanks, Freya. How kind of you. Alright, well, tain't much we can do about that. Archer's going to continue on the break. Zeetwig has finished out the mining, which is actually quite nice. Devers is completely fucked as usual. Hopefully this... It says 100%. It's been saying 100% for some friggin' time. I am hoping that we do see that disappear. And then here, we'll do the final bit of mapping that we want to do here. Let's go with a limestone wall. And we're going to fill this whole section in like this. It will take some limestone to make it happen, but that's fine because well, it's a relatively... I suppose wood is a relatively renewable resource as well, but I don't know. I just feel like this would be fun, and that way we can get some of the wood back. The question mark? No, it's kind of pointless, isn't it? Look, it's fine. We'll leave that there. Skaty's already doing some slate, huh? I'm sure she'll... Oh, no, we've got 162, so she's already been on it. That's nice. Okay. Well, with not much meat remaining, but... Oh, thank the maker. All right. Now I'm feeling confident, friends. Now I'm feeling confident. With some batteries, another wind turbine, and we've got our kill box. Well, it's not a kill box. I don't like kill boxes. I think they're a little bit cheaty. But having a line of barricades and some slowdown mechanics... Oh, hello. Bertha. Big Bertha. What you doing, Bertha? Independent space refugee, bleeding out in 19 hours. Socially, she is Archer's daughter. Well, my word. My word. She is a technophobe, which is fine. She has a chemical fascination, which is not great. She is eccentric. She is a loose screw or two, a small trade-off for being naturally, scientifically inclined, and yet she has zero intellectual. Barely heard of it. Well, that's not the greatest, but quite frankly, let's bring her in. Let's rescue her. Not capture. We're going to rescue her. We're going to patch her up. And if she decides to join us next episode, well then, good for her. We will welcome her. I'm sure that Archer will, and I'm sure that it'll be wonderful for him to have his beautiful daughter, but it doesn't matter, beautiful daughter back in the base, back in the clan. Oh, it's a reunion. I like it. Anyway, friends, I think that'll do us for this episode. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you next time.